What's up, guys? Welcome back to What Cheers. I'm Nick, as always. Well, we're definitely into fall now. We're in the heart of it. We're coming up on Halloween in a couple weeks, and I finally decided to dive into some fall beers for you guys. If you haven't seen the last review, it was pretty much one of the worst beers I've ever tasted, and it was the kickoff to my fall beer tastings. So a little bit of a letdown. We're going to try to make up for that tonight. So tonight, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the Hoppin Frog Barrel Aged Frog's Hollow Double Pumpkin Ale. Check that out. I have not had this barrel aged version before. That was kind of the theme I wanted to go with for the pumpkin beers this year after last year's crazy tastings that we did. But however, I do have a regular version that was just in the fridge, so I said, what the hell, why not? Let's do a side-by-side, see what kind of differences we can pull out of the two. So Hoppin Frog is a brewery in Ohio that has a pretty decent distribution range. They're one of those breweries that just never quite gets a lot of attention. The beers that they make don't get the hype that some other breweries get for their beers. Some of their beers are actually quite good though, and you know, as far as a barrel-aged pumpkin goes, not many breweries actually bottle and distribute them, so they're one of the few who actually do this style, and they do it quite well actually. Now, I'm only speaking for the non-barrel-aged, which I thought is pretty good every year. This is from 2012, this barrel-aged version. It was the first year they put it out, just last fall. It's been aging in my cellar since then, so it's got a good amount of time on it at this point, so I'm really excited to check it out. Basically, it's just a pumpkin ale brewed with spices and aged in whiskey barrels. Pretty simple, straightforward description on that bottle. However, on the regular version, it actually tells you what spices they use in the beer, which is cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and clove. And both of these actually come in at 8.4% alcohol, which I'm not exactly sure how that makes sense because this is barrel aged, but however they did it, that's what it is. They're both 8.4%. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so we got both the double pumpkins poured into the glass, and just checking out the appearance alone, it's pretty similar. I mean, they nailed the pumpkin color. If that's what they were going for, they got it down right. It's basically this golden orange kind of color to it. It's definitely a clear beer. You can see through it all the way. Carbonation is practically the same. It's pretty steady. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I mean, they look pretty much identical. And I mean, look at the head. There was like no head on either one, and I poured them pretty much exactly the same way. So let's go ahead and get an aroma on the regular Frog's Hollow Double Pumpkin. Yeah, that's really nice. Right off the bat, you get like that cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, definitely a lot of clove. There's that spicy ginger in there. It's just really that bouquet of pumpkin pie spices that you come to expect, but it smells very inviting. It smells very real. It doesn't smell artificial at all. Not really any kind of like squashy note to it. Nothing like a pumpkin flesh or anything like that. Just really pumpkin pie spices is what I'm getting out of this. And it smells very nice if you like that kind of thing. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get an aroma on the barrel-aged Frog's Hollow Double Pumpkin. Ooh, that's a little weird. The first thing I thought of was like almost like a vinegary smell to it. I'm assuming I'm getting that from the whiskey barrel. The spices are really muted. You're not picking up a whole lot of what you got in the regular version. They're not jumping out like they did in that one. Like I'm getting some barrel character, that whiskey, you know, kind of alcohol smell to it. There's like a tartness to it though too, that is a little bit off-putting. I'm not sure what's going on with the beer as far as the aroma is concerned. Slight spiciness, pumpkin pie spices in the background, but yeah, I'm just picking up this kind of weird, almost vinegary barrel, like whiskey to it. It's very confusing actually to describe. Yeah, so I hope that's not infected or anything like that. It just smells a little bit off to me. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping the taste will be a little bit better than the aroma. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get a taste on the regular version. Yeah, exactly follows the aroma. Really, really nice pumpkin pie spices. They're all there. Everything you smell, you get the same taste. It's what you expect. There's nothing off-putting about it. It's got almost like a little bit of like a whipped cream kind of creaminess to it, like a pumpkin pie crust whipped cream thing going on. It's very, very well done. It's easy to drink. You don't taste the alcohol. It's not heavy at all. It's not really thick. It's just kind of a nicely done pumpkin ale. Nothing's too overboard for this one, but I like it a lot. Yeah, and it's got a nice touch of sweetness to it. Nothing too cloyingly sweet or anything like that. Just a nice little addition to the spices. The sweetness is perfect. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get a taste on this strange smelling barrel aged version that I was excited about. Cheers. Well, it's a really, really weird beer. It's, man, I don't know. I don't think it's very good. I can't believe this is 2 in a row that have been a letdown, but the first thing I got initially was like this dishwashy soap kind of thing. Not that I taste that, but it tasted kind of like there was some like soap in the beer. It tastes like there's like some Christmas spices in here, like pine needles or something. The barrel aging is not very, very good at all. It doesn't really add much to the beer aside from some off-putting flavors. You're not really getting much of that like vanilla and oak that you think you would get that would kind of complement the spices. The spices are not really even there. They're kind of just overpowered by this mess of a taste that is supposed to be whiskey barrel, but it really just comes off as kind of like this soapy, alcoholic, kind of offensive flavor that I'm not exactly sure on how to describe to you guys yet. So give me a couple of minutes with this and I'm going to try to figure this all out, and I'll come back to you with my final rating. Thanks. Alright guys, so let's wrap this one up quickly. Wow, another epic disappointment for me in the barrel-aged pumpkin category. It doesn't taste right, it doesn't smell right. The only thing at this point I can think of is that it's a year old, maybe it wasn't meant to be aged. I just took care of it for the year and it didn't pan out. So, maybe next time I'll get a fresh bottle. Maybe this year I'll go out and get one and just try it again. But for now, that's all I got. So unfortunately, really, really off flavors. Kind of this like really weird dish-washy soap kind of thing with like Christmas spices and this like almost vinegary alcohol. It sounds really good, doesn't it? So yeah, this one is a fail for me. I mean, there's no point in me rating it. It's either my fault or this beer is really bad. I don't know. So it is what it is. You can't change it. It has an 86 overall in BeerAdvocate, so I'm kind of thinking it may be leaning towards my fault. But I would love to know if you guys have had this. I really want some feedback on this one, and let me know if I'm crazy or if I shouldn't have aged it or whatever. Especially if you had one from this year because it just came out again. As for the regular version, it's still a very, very solid pumpkin ale. And this one is at least 1 year old, if not 2 years old. So if this could taste good after that long, it's at least a year old. I'm not sure what excuse the barrel-aged version has for not holding up as good or better than the regular version. But that's what it is, guys. These guys had an 86 on BeerAdvocate, both of them did, and there's no real point in me rating. The review is for the barrel-aged one, and it's just going to end up being a drain pour for me tonight, and I'll move on to something else. So you live and you learn. I'm going to go enjoy this regular pumpkin. If you want to see more about this beer, you can go back to last year's pumpkin blowout, where this one was included in a blind tasting. So that was some fun stuff. All right, guys. So until next time, remember, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next beer review. Cheers.